Okay, if you're skinny fat, should you bulk or should you cut? This is a question that comes up really frequently on my Snapchat, my Instagram, Facebook Live, so I'm going to do a full video on it. The truth is, if you're skinny fat, which effectively is where you're skinny all over but you've got a bit of a tummy, it works for both genders, guys and girls, I would advise doing a combination of both. The truth is, you can build lean muscle and you can drop body fat by changing your body composition. It's just a lot harder to do than a normal bulk or cut. To bulk, all you do is go into a calorie surplus where you eat more calories than your body needs. To go into a cut, you eat less calorie than your body needs and it'll reduce body fat or reduce weight as a result. If you nail your nutrition and you nail your training and you have the right supplements that are supporting you, you can do a combination of both. It's just a lot harder to do because it needs to be completely aimed and geared towards that. So what I would do if I was skinny fat, and the best advice I can offer is what I would do exactly myself if I was in that body composition, is I would first look at my nutrition. I would calculate my calorie maintenance. So if your maintenance is 2,000 calories, I would eat 200, 300, 400 calories above that, and I would increase my protein intake for two reasons. One, if you have a higher intake of protein, it means that you're going to be able to build back the lean muscle tissue that you need from that you torn down during workouts and can give your body more muscle mass. So it means you can effectively build more lean muscle. Two, the more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism because your body has to move that muscle around and your body has to be more metabolically active in order to move the muscle around. And three, you're also going to elevate your metabolism by tearing those fibers down and then having to repair from the workout. So while you rest and read your favorite book or chill out in the evening after a workout, you're still burning calories because your body's trying to repair from those workouts. I would use a higher intake of protein to try and repair that back faster. So I make up my maintenance or I make up my slight surplus from an increase in protein. After that then, what system you use, carb cycling, higher fats, low carb, high carb is going to be down to your digestion and what works best for you and seeing what works best for your body in general. After that, it's going to be your training program. So you want to make sure you're focusing on building lean muscle tissue. That's going to be working within hypertrophy parameters, 8 to 10 reps, 60 to 90 second rest depending on the program you're following, and making sure that you're tearing fibers, working for time under tension style training, 2 seconds on the way down, 2 seconds on the way up, and a 1 second pause at the bottom, tearing the most fibers as you can, and then combining that with higher intensity interval training as your cardio source so you can preserve more muscle. High intensity interval training has been shown to preserve more muscle because you're doing it for a less period of time, but you're also elevating your heart rate, which means you're burning more calories during the workout. To calculate when you're in your 70% of your max heart rate, that which is 220 minus your age to get that calculation, you're in your fat burning zone. So you want to make sure that you're optimizing that by going even higher for a shorter period of time. So high intensity interval training is a great way to do that. Finishers are also an amazing way to do that. So for example, press ups and squats, 25 reps on both, 4 rounds, rest as needed, is another great way of doing it because you do two things on that. You increase the amount of resistance, which means you tear the fibers down, which means your body has to repair those fibers as you're resting, but you also elevate your heart rate to way above 70% of its maximum because you're not resting for that long and the output is a lot harder, so you're burning more calories while you work out. So you're getting a bang for your buck on both sides. The last thing then is going to be your supplements. I would use a combination of the most scientifically backed supplements that work for building lean muscle and for reducing body fat and using increasing lipolysis that you can release fat from the cells so you can use them for a fuel source without having a negative effect on your sympathetic nervous system or your central nervous system. So things like creatine that pull more water underneath the cell so that you're able to move more weight with the same form that you always do, which can tear more fibers, and assuming you're eating that slight surplus, it can lead to more growth. Things like beta-alanine, which can reduce lactic acid and give you higher endurance so your training output is better. And then your fat burners like green tea extract, which can elevate your metabolism, which means you'll burn more calories throughout the day. And then L-carnitine tartrate, which can take fat cells from the mitochondria and push it out to use it and burn it as fuel, so that you're getting the best of all worlds and you're combining these different things. The people that come through my BKF online program that have those goals, that are skinny fat, or that have the goal of building lean muscle and losing body fat, that's exactly the kind of system they do. They focus on tension style training, they do high intensity or finishes as their cardio, they get their nutrition on point where they're eating a slight surplus, keeping their protein higher, and then playing around with their carbs and fat depending on what works best for them, and then they get their supplements right, they're getting their muscle building supplements, their beta-alanine, their creatine, their fat burning, metabolism elevating supplements, green tea extract and L-carnitine tartrate, and when you put it all together, that's how you're able to effectively do both, where you can build lean muscle and you're able to reduce body fat, and you can shift your body from skinny fat to the composition you want. So hopefully this helps. If you know anyone that's skinny fat, I'm sure I'm going to get a load of tags on people that tag their mates that probably aren't skinny fat, but tag them as well. But anyone that could genuinely do with this, be sure to tag them below. I hope you guys get loads of value from this video.